Good evening. CSIS once considered this man one of the most notorious distributors of hate material in the world and called him the patriarch of the white supremacist movement in Canada. Ernst Zundel has died at the age of 78 in Germany, but for decades he spread his message from a home in Toronto's Cabbagetown.
Do you know who used to live in this house?
No, I don't know.
Many people wouldn't, but clues to this home's history are still there. Metal gates, bars on the windows. This Toronto house was Ernst Zundel's for close to 25 years. Known as the bunker, it was a symbol of white supremacy and became a lightning rod in the city.
Not be in your neighborhood! Not be in your neighborhood!
Zundel's home was even firebombed in 1995.
There are voices out there clamoring to still us, to censor us.
Zundel, who was a Holocaust denier, faced many court battles in Canada. He was convicted in 1985 of spreading false news, but that was later overturned. He was deported in 2005 after being deemed a security threat for his ties to white supremacist and neo-Nazi groups. 2 years later, he was convicted in Germany for inciting hatred.
His case demonstrates how difficult it can be to prosecute hate speech within Canada.
And little has changed. While the most recent stats from Toronto police show reports of hate crimes are up 8% over last year, it is rare for investigators to lay hate crime charges. The challenge is the delicate balance of freedom of speech versus hate speech. One exception is Kevin Johnston. The Mississauga man was charged last month with willful promotion of hatred. He's known for online statements about the Muslim community.
And in order to establish a hate speech crime, the crime of hate speech, it's necessary to show both that the speech the individual engaged in was extreme, that it's the kind of speech that would stir up hatred within the community. And the court's been very clear that that's a really extreme emotion.
As for Zundel's old house, some wonder if more needs to be done to remember its place in the city's history.
What do you think? Should we put the not-so-savory parts of Toronto's history on a plaque?
It's kind of horrifying, but it's also, there's a kind of intriguing that happened here. Do you know what I mean? That this person was here. Rather than just erasing that, it's interesting to be aware of it.
Learn from the lesson?
Yeah.
In a statement, friends of the Simon Wiesenthal Center for Holocaust Studies said,
Talking about this Ernst Zundel, right? All you need to know is he was on the CBS 60 Minutes, which is a mainstream sort of media TV program, right? So they gave him this airtime on the show, right? So obviously, very smart he is, and obviously he's one of their operatives, you know, and don't matter if he's anti or pro, he's one of their operatives. And most likely a Jew, to be honest.
And this is all hidden from the American people. But I do that. And all of the testimony we've heard through the years by literally thousands of survivors talking of everything, death camps, execution squads, gassings, that's all made up.
It is a rumor, and like any other rumor, grew as more and more people prosper as a result of the rumor.
So all of them.
And of course, this brings this sort of argument into people's minds, really, about Holocaust denial. It makes Holocaust denial like an actual thing, see? So they've created the idea of Holocaust denial based on the sort of testimonies of their own shills. Creating the concept of Holocaust denial, see? And that's how you have to this day Holocaust denial as an actual concept where you've got a load of Holocaust deniers, right? Ones like this Zundel brought it into existence, see, on their behalf. Without them, you wouldn't have it, right?
That the Holocaust never happened. Who are these so-called deniers or revisionists who've managed to keep spreading that message in North America and Europe? Well, most of them lack any serious credentials as historians, and no serious historians give them any credence.
So you see what I mean? It's basically substantiating their official narrative story about the Holocaust and all this. See, you need the anti-people in order to substantiate the pro. See, so you always have a duality of pro and anti. And here you see the write-ups on the Zundel. And again, the Wikipedia, to have a Wikipedia, what do you call it, page is again another sign of being one of their operatives. And the 60 minutes, the hex, right? And then the 6 million, so you know, it's hex on hex, literally it's a hex on a hex, right? And again, an IMDb, again, if you've got an IMDb's listing, you're a shill. You know, you're an actor, you're a proper actor, one of their own actors. You know, and they're most likely Jew, you know. And it's simple as that. Of course, the idea of these trials where you're supposed to be trialed first off. You know, just like the Rolf Harris trials or something, you know, it's just fake. And you know, fake trials in all these Jew and press media. You know. And you know, just sure trials idea, you know. Again, it reinforces the idea that you can be a denier of Holocaust, right? Which sort of stifles free speech, because the sort of the storyline, what they want you to believe is, oh well, if you sort of gone around talking this stuff and saying this, they can put you in prison for it, which, you know, is ridiculous when you think about it. You know, when you go into prison for having free speech or something, you know, it's a no-brainer, but it sort of comes about what they're trying to bring about is our Fort Crimes 1984 scenario. You see what I mean? Fort Crimes 1984 type of thing. Here's obviously the 60 Minutes thing, right? So it's a hex, you know, the hex News program. And as you see here, I had one in Britain and all, very briefly, yeah. 60 Minutes. Yeah, we're first 15, yeah. It started on 24 October, right? Because you know how these Jews are into all the numerology and what have you. So it started on the 6th, right? End on the 7th, 7, and had 15 minutes for 1/6. You know, all to do with you know, it was 1984. So again, you know, if they're trying to bring about the 1984 idea, as well, nah, you know, through that dystopian reality idea, what they're trying to bring about for all the sort of goyams and naturals, right? And again, the American one, I see they debuted on September 24th, so again, another 6. So it's all about hex, right? And you know what hex is as well, like, you know, the Jew started the ever idea, right? So it's a total Jew propaganda thing, you know, there's no doubt about it. Going back to basics. See, they started David. Here's a hexagram. 6-pointed star hexagram. Using Kabbalistic magic and all this, you know, the shield of David, shielding David. So the 60 Minutes TV news program is shielding David type of thing, you know. Total hex. Symbol of Jewish identity. Yeah, you see this, really. And ironically, it was on a thing underneath, live streamed by someone. Right? But again, they were talking about Ernst Zundel, and they basically blocked this. They blocked me from talking about Ernst Zundel on the thing. And as you see here, with Fort crime is a term used to refer any form of thought or conscience that opposes the party, right? Look at the 84, 8 and 4 is 6. 8 and 4 is 6, right? So you know what 1984 is about. Dissident thinking against Jewish state, end of. So he's thinking that Ernst Zundel isn't a Jewish shill, absolutely a Jewish shill. It's all for these ideas, 1984, 19 hex, 19 hex. The Jewish dystopian idea, right? And of course the TH is the Royal Archmasonry as well, which again is like, it's just the same thing. So it's like end of, what they're trying to bring about. There you go, of course, it was in 1984 when Ontario government, started criminal proceedings against Zundel, right? You couldn't make it up. So, end of, 12 shill, that one there's David Irvin. That one is also another shill, like, and you see doing the Masonic sign, it's on the scripture there. But these characters are basically Jewish shills, end of. Early September 1984, it's just the end of. It's the Jewish shills. X-Order, we're like, definitely. It's under sight. Here's the Zundel site. You see free Ernst Zundel, like free Nelson Mandela, the free Mason, basically. Freedom. The hammer. Of course, that's what they want to bring about. They're claiming that this, this is the anti to the poor, or the opposition to the official type of thing, claiming that that's what they want to stop, but it's really what they're bringing about. Free Masonic, Ernst Zundel. There he is in with his son, Poverty Law Centre. That's a Jew operation. Used to demonize whites through the Nazi, identification with Nazi ideas, really. Completely Jewish. As simple as, it's a shit operation, end of. Again, this is the icing on the cake, right? Because they always put in a code when they have their own Freemasons using operations, right? They'll always put in, one little piece of code linking them to the idea of Freemasons, right? So here it is. That's the only story there is to do with it. And all the different stories. But it's there. See, there you go. That's that's the little bit of code linking to Freemasons. That's why that's it. See, Zundel, during the Freemason operation. See, end of.